Hi guys, welcome back to Colt Buildings and the Barnuminium Show. My name is Juan. I'm the president of Colt Buildings and the Colt Firm, where we offer quality products and services. We offer anywhere from steel buildings, engineering, consulting. Love to help you guys out with your building process. Check us on the web at coltfirm.com or coltbuildings.com, and we'd love to service you. Today we have the topic. We're going to talk about engineering. We're going to talk about plans. We're going to talk about a little bit about the process of why engineering and your plans are so important, but we're going to also talk about the differences. And it's very, very important that you understand why you need to use licensed personnel for your plans. And it is critical. Okay, because it costs you a lot of time, a lot of headache, and also a lot of hardship. If you don't, then you're going to be putting yourself on a very slippery slope throughout the course of your build, which could cost you thousands of dollars. All right, so let's get started. We're going to talk about engineering. We're going to talk about drafters, engineers. We're going to talk about architects. What's the difference? Well, what is a drafter? Basically, a drafter is somebody who can pull up any type of software or draft you a plan or sketch out a plan on a piece of paper. That's a drafter. There's no schooling you need to go to. There's no bachelor's degree you need to have. There's no master's degree you have to have. Anyone could be a drafter. I mean, my son who's 3 years old, who scribbles on a piece of paper is a drafter. Okay, that's about the skill traits and the qualifications to be a drafter. Now, let's talk about architects and engineers. Typically, they got to have a 4-year undergrad, and they have to have at least maybe some postgraduate, if not a master's degree in that field of study. They got to work underneath what you call a senior PE, senior professional engineer. They have to sit for a board. They have to go take an exam. They have to have, and once they pass the exam, then they have to have insurance. And it's what's just called errors and omissions. There's a lot of steps and protocols because they are a professional engineer or professional architect. Now, let's talk about that. So why you have a lot of people on social media, a lot of people on Facebook, a lot of people say, oh, design your plans, draft your plans. The only problem with that is anybody can draft you anything. The problem is, are they going to design something for you that's going to stay within your budget and it's going to meet your needs and your wants together? Because when boots hit the ground, anybody can design you anything as long as your budget is whatever. If there's no budget, we could design you whatever. The thing is, when you're designing plans, it is critical that you design plans and you engineer plans that meet your budget, that meets the building codes and regulations of your local code enforcement, and making sure you meet your zoning requirements, okay? And to make sure that whoever designed your plans actually has insurance, so that if anything is wrong, you are covered as the homeowner, okay? That is critical, because if they're not carrying errors and omissions and they're not licensed personnel, you would be paying the price, okay? And we've learned that over the years. We've learned the process. We moved away from drafters. Yes, you can get through permitting and you could design everything, but when it comes to boots on ground and actually building, we want to protect our clients at all costs, okay? They make sure, yes, we're saving them as much money as possible, but we got to use licensed personnel, okay? So drafters, no formal education, no formal training. They don't understand. There's nothing to protect you as a homeowner. So I would steer clear to make sure that drafter or whoever's designing your plans, they're licensed engineers or licensed architect. Okay. Make sure they can stamp and seal. We're going to talk about stamps and seals. Okay. Now, let's talk about stamps and seals. Stamps and seals are only given by licensed engineers or architects. It differs from state to state. Now, when we were doing these buildings about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, when you do pre-engineered buildings, all these pre-engineered buildings come with stamped and sealed plans, structural and foundational plans, when you order the building. And we were designing plans and custom plans, designing plans to these buildings in rural areas, which is fine. But when you start to get into city and higher levels of regulation and municipalities, that's when you start to run into a lot of problems. And then you always want to make sure you're covering all your assets. Okay, so what we've learned is, over the course of 3 to 4 years since we started, we want to only work with licensed personnel because it really does protect everybody. And also, we involve the builder immediately on the plans up front, so that we're keeping your budget within reason. Because if the engineers over here designing what you want, and you're designing $1 million home, but you have a $250,000 budget, whose fault is that if you're not disclosing the fact that you only got $250,000? That is not the engineer's fault, and that is not the builder's fault. That is your fault. It is very, very important that the engineer, the builder, and the client are on the same page. So that's what we do. We put the team together. We put the group together. Okay? That's what I do. I put teams together. As a coach, as a military officer, served 15 years active duty as a United States Army and Navy officer. I put the best teams together. I put the best engineers together, the best steel erectors together, the best manufacturers that that sell these steel buildings and manufacture these buildings, the best builders together that I can, and we put everyone together to execute a mission, which is your home, to make sure that you get what you want and it's done efficiently and effectively and on schedule. Okay. Now let's talk about cost. You go with a drafter, you get a set of plans. The problem is that drafter has to take it to a licensed engineer. And now you're paying not one fee, now you're paying 2 fees, if not 3 fees. Okay. So what we've done is we coupled it. We have engineers who would draft and stamp your plans from start to finish. We're bypassing the drafters. Bring us in a concept of what you call a takeoff. We bring us your concept of what you want, your vision. And what our engineers will do is they will design something from scratch for what you want and make sure it fits a steel building structure. Or if you just want plans for a wood structure, we can do that too, because our engineers are not MEP engineers or civil engineers, but they are structural engineers. So if you want just plans from us, ColtEngineeringFirm.com, we will design your plans for whatever structure you want. We're licensed in 45 states. We have a group of partners. I have a group of partners who are licensed engineers who will design your plans and stamp and seal them to code so that you could take them to any permitting office and have them approved. Got it? That's what we can do for you. So with the Colt firm, we have a division for just engineering. We sell to contractors. We work with clients directly. That's the beautiful thing about it. Now let's talk about errors and omissions. That is something a lot of people don't tell you. The drafters won't tell you. They don't carry errors and omissions, which is an insurance policy that pretty much protects you as a client. You've got to make sure they carry an insurance policy, errors and omissions, as a professional architect or engineer. Because if those plans are off and midstream you're in construction, a lot of times these drafters are nowhere to be found. They'll run for the hills. We want you guys to avoid that so it's not costing you thousands of dollars in the field. So therefore, the importance of plans. Everyone needs to know what's going on. That's the importance. The builder needs to know what's going on. The bank who's loaning you money needs to know what's going on. How much materials you can't figure out how much materials you need, or how much labor is going to cost to build this custom home of yours or this barndominium without having a set of plans. And a set of plans that you actually can hypothetically take it to the bank or take it to the building department and have them approved. So with our firm, with the Colt Engineering Firm, we work with builders, with clients around the country, and we are very cost effective. And we have some great engineers. I have worked with several drafters who are pretty good, but nothing competes with someone who's actually has a lot to lose, which is their license. A drafter has no license to lose. An engineer does. Okay? So therefore, they got skin in the game. That's why when you work with our people, they are licensed personnel. They're licensed builders, licensed engineers who can help you. Okay? And we work together as a team. As a Colt team, that's what we're about. We have some great people here. Everybody has a different skill trait. And all these skill traits are here to help you execute your build. Some people just want shops. Some people just want buildings. That's fine. That's fantastic. We can help you out there. Some people just want engineering. We can help you out with that. Some people want, hey, do the engineering plans. Give me the plans. Give me the building. I'll do the rest. Fantastic. We do that too as well. So you guys, my name is Juan. Check us on our web at coltfirm.com, coltbuildings.com. We have a variety of companies we own and we control, and we love serving clients around the country. We service all 50 states. We're a veteran-owned company. My name is Juan, and you guys have a blessed day.